Fong is really trying to establish, restrictions and boundaries for both Grandpa and Sam, not you. But although I could give you boundaries too, okay?
100%.
Yeah, and you'd like it.
Hey, here we are at San Diego Comic-Con 2024. I'm Sam Stone with the cast and creative team behind Gremlins. Wild Batch coming out on October 3rd on Max. So coming off season 1, there was that promise that we were going to go beyond Shanghai. We're going to see the wider world of Gremlins. Like, how is it kind of like upping the ante for season 2?
Well, in season 2, we go to the Wild West, and so we bring the Wing family and Gizmo. Whereas season 1 really explored like the creatures and spirits from Chinese mythology, we really delve into like the tall tales and the collective kind of mythology of the Old West.
We had seen Sam make some pretty big mistakes, learn from them, rally, and really save Shanghai by the end of season 1. Like, how is it charting his growth that season and then taking him in a more confident direction into season 2?
I guess it's pretty straightforward, like after saving Shanghai, he has this like kind of boost of confidence in him, and he kind of wants to, take his original adventurous self and push it to the limits. And that's what he tries to accomplish in season 2. But in the end, it does end up getting him in more trouble.
The emotional core of Gremlins, certainly this iteration of it, has been family. And a lot of that is seeing like Fong watching her son make mistakes and kind of grow together as a family. Like Ming-Na, how is it kind of like being the cohesive glue that holds this family together, the Wing family together?
Well, I think she tries. Fong is really trying to establish, restrictions and boundaries for both Grandpa and Sam, not you. But although I could give you boundaries too, okay?
100%.
Yeah, and you'd like it.
I mean, yes. We're not family friendly, are we?
But and I think what's wonderful about playing the maternal part of the series is just that it can backfire as well when you're trying to not allow the people that you love be who they are. And I think that's a lesson for her to learn, especially in season 2. And then it opens up her world, too.
Gabriella, if there's anybody that's gone on quite the roller coaster ride since we've first seen them in the start of the series, can you speak to, like, what can you tease about such, like, a volatile and just back and forth journey your character's gone on so far?
Volatile is a great word to describe it because it truly is a rough back and forth for Elle. In season 1, we saw that she came from a really, really horrible background. She was basically the henchman for this awful guy that was eating grandpas. Like, what is that?
Swallowing, not eating.
It's the same difference, okay? He was gone. But so in season 2, we see Elle grow and become a more vulnerable person as she wrestles with her past. So over the course, it's really interesting to like see her grow and see her soften and become okay with becoming a good person.
AJ, I feel like you're collecting pop culture icons for your voice acting Infinity Stone.
My Thanos glove.
Yeah, like Thanos stones.
Where does like Gizmo kind of fall on the spectrum of all these like pop culture icons that you've gotten to play?
I mean, hi at the top of the list. Gizmo's such an icon for anyone who grew up in the 80s and the 90s. You saw Gizmo everywhere. So to get to play Gizmo in this is surreal. I feel thrilled to be part of this. It's very, very strange, and I will be eternally grateful to you guys, or forever, or at least until this interview's over.
I will say, and I say that I should probably clarify that I come from like an East Asian background, and one of the things I love about the Gremlins animated series is that you've really kind of like reclaimed Gremlins for, it's a trope when we see it in the first movie, and you've really kind of turned it into this kind of empowering story and rooted it in actual mythology. Like, what was that always kind of the drive moving forward to reclaim it?
I mean, one of the first things about the pitch when I went in to meet about a Gremlins animated prequel was, how to tell this story in 1920s China of the old Mr. Wing when he was a young kid. I saw it as an opportunity to introduce American audiences to these really colorful, like, creatures and spirits from Chinese mythology that I grew up watching. It's one of the really funny things about marrying Chinese mythology and supernatural to the Mogwai mythology is that they're all kind of the same tonally. They're like weird and funny and scary, and it was one of the most fun things, marrying those two kind of like streams into one show.
Brendan, in as much as you can, I think a season 2 has an opportunity always to kind of do a soft reboot. You get to remix the direction, remix the setting, remix the cast. with all that said, I think you've just announced some pretty big names for season 2. What can you kind of tease about them?
Absolutely. I think, our case is trying to just up it, make it weirder, make it bigger. So we have everybody returning, but then we have George Takei as a regular now this year, coming back as Noggin. We've got Simu Liu joining us as a regular this season. We've got guest spots from John Glover, our ultimate kind of little Gremlins 2 Easter egg in there. We've got Will Forte, Ronnie Chang, Jimmy O Yang, Kelly Hu, Keith David. We're just so excited. It's the great thing of everybody wants to play with Gizmo. Everyone wants to play with Mogwai and Gremlins, so it's just so wonderful to have them all become a part of it.
And you can see them start to play with the Mogwai and Gizmo. Again, Gremlins Wild Batch on October 3rd on Max. This is Sam Stone here in the Den of Geek Studios at Comic-Con 2024. Y'all, thanks for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you for having us. You asked such a great question.